Grab the duct tape and mentally prepare yourself for yet another mind-expanding knowledge bomb from America's #1 business coach, Clay Clark.
That's it. Bombs away.
Yes, and yes. Jason, it is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here at 6:18 in the morning, and we just got off the phone with Morning Glory, the wonderful restaurant in Satellite Beach, Florida.
That's right.
And we also got off a call with Randy Antrikin with PMH OKC, two great entrepreneurs, and I am fired up to be talking about this concept. I want you to tee off on it as soon as I unveil the topic. I want you to tee off on it because you've seen this. I've seen this. It is a bad thing, a very bad thing for business people.
Oh.
I call it silos and bogus. You've seen Milo and Otis.
Yeah.
But there are silos and bogus. What is a silo? A silo is where you hire somebody and they say, "What's my job description?" And then you tell them, well, your job is to be the front desk guy. You know, you're going to greet customers that come in. You're going to answer the phone. You're going to greet customers when they come in and answer the phone, and then you're going to clean every day. And here's your checklist. And on the checklist, it's answer the voicemails, respond to the emails, greet people when they come in, clean the bathroom. And then the first time you ask them to do something else, you say, hey, is it possible? Could you, on your way home, stop by Lowe's and pick up a replacement part for the bathroom? We got a problem in the bathroom. Can you pick up the replacement part? The first time you ask them to get the replacement part at Lowe's, or you ask them if they would be willing to say, hey, could you fold the towels for us? Mm-hmm. Or, hey, could you do anything that's not in that original job description?
Yep.
They say, that's not my job. You've seen this, right?
Oh, I'm very familiar.
Give the listeners out there some examples, because you've managed Elephant in the Room, which is a multi-million-dollar business, a men's grooming lounge. You managed a great team of people there.
Yeah.
How often did someone try to say, it's not my job?
Oh, a lot. For me, the biggest it's not my job comeback was when I would stress the importance of getting reviews and getting testimonials from our customers. I immediately would get the response, I don't remember that being on my end of the day or beginning of the day checklist, or that's not on the hourly checklist. Is that really something I should be doing, or is that your job and you just want help with that?
Oh, no. What? How is it typically said? I want to hear, how is it said when you ask someone to do something that is not on their daily checklist?
Mm-hmm.
How do they say it? How do they say it's not my job? It's not my job. Or do they say, are they more like passive aggressive with it? How do they say it?
Unless you're dealing with the baddest of the bad, like the terrorist employee, which hopefully you're not. Typically the response is always very nice, kind of a little passive. She's like, I didn't know, was that supposed to be something that I do? I'm just not familiar with that. Are you sure that that's something that I'm supposed to be? I thought I just cut hair.
But people say this to you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in our office, we have a culture where we don't put up with that.
True.
Explain to the listeners out there about the kind of stuff that you did this week that's not in your job description. Just share this week the stuff that you personally did that's not in your job description, if there is such a thing, as a business coach.
Let's see, Tuesday or Wednesday, I went and bought 1,000 diapers.
You did?
Yeah. John, I had an hour free, and he's like, hey, are you going to grab because typically I'll grab a gallon of water for myself and him. He's like, hey, while you're out, I need you to grab 10 boxes of the biggest diaper boxes you could find.
Why? Well, why did we do that?
Because the Summerses, I don't know how you say that plurally, but Ben and Amelia are expecting their first little one.
Nice. And so my wonderful wife had the idea, hey, let's get him something nice. And so we got him some diapers, we got him a gift there.
Right. But I didn't argue. I'm like, I'm not the diaper man. I'm not your doula. I don't go grab those things for you.
The diaper, the doula.
But other than that, let's see. I'm going to fix a sink at the downtown location tomorrow. I stopped by to each of the shops to kind of grab them coffee and do an inventory to make sure everything's good. Looked at a sound system at the Broken Arrow shop yesterday.
How'd that sound, by the way?
It sounds great. Those new Sonos speakers. Oh.
Is it a game changer?
It is. The bass is so clear.
Oh, the bass up in that place.
Oh, I'm so excited about it.
Is it punchy? Is it?
In a good way, not in a intimidating or over the top way. It's nice. It sets a really cool tone. The energy is definitely there.
So I want to break it down. I want to break down this into very specific action steps so that our listeners can benefit from this on today's Knowledge Bomb edition of how to deal with that's not my job. When an employee says that's not my job, I want to give you specific moves you have to use. Okay, but first I want to read a notable quotable to all of the listeners, and I'd like for you to unpack it.
Yeah.
So this is the apparently a guy upstairs is moving a bowling ball.
Apparently, I thought it was thunder, and I realized it was going off every 10 seconds.
Yeah, the guy upstairs, and we have a big building here, about a 20,000 square foot building here, off of the Riverwalk in Jinx, America. And for those of you who've never seen our building, I would encourage you to check it out. It's 1100 Riverwalk Terrace in Jinx, Oklahoma. So 1100 Riverwalk Terrace in Jinx, Oklahoma. And if you Google Thrive Time Show and Jinx, you should be able to find it. Jenks. You should be able to find our building there. You can see it. But above us, apparently somebody's moving a bowling ball. Okay. But that's not my job to push through this kind of adversity.
Right.
Okay. But no, seriously, Steve Jobs has a notable quotable. This is Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, the founder of Next, and the former CEO of Pixar. He says, I noticed that the dynamic range between what an average person could accomplish and what the best person could accomplish was 50 to 100. Given that, he says, again, I noticed that the dynamic range between what an average person could accomplish and what the best person could accomplish was 50 or 100 to 1. Given that, you are well advised to go after the cream of the cream. A small team of A players can run circles around C players. So let's talk about this for a second. Going back to elephant in the room. Let's praise somebody right now who is on the team who always goes over and above.
Yep.
Who is that?
Well, sorry, I thought we were going to say it at the same time. We're sharing a brainwave right there, but I was going to say Carly, because when you're talking about people who go above and beyond, I've never had a conversation with that employee that's ever resulted in, that's not my job. It's like, oh, cool, yeah, I'd love to help out. And then in doing so, now she runs laps around everybody. And it's not in a, her versus them type of, mentality. She's just really good at what she does. She's a really good employee.
This is what Steve Jobs has to say about A players here. This is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs becoming. Whoa, coming in hot.
I didn't.
Let me try again. Here we go.
Which I didn't know how to explain it then, but I've thought a lot about it since. Most things in life, the dynamic range between average and the best is at most 2 to 1. Right? Like if you go to New York City and you're getting an average taxi cab driver versus the best taxi cab driver, you're probably going to get to your destination with the best taxi cab maybe 30% faster. In an automobile, what's the difference between an average and the best? Maybe, 20%. The best CD player and an average CD player, 20%. So 2 to 1 is a big, big dynamic range in most of life. In software, and it used to be the case in hardware too, the difference between average and the best is 50 to 1, maybe 100 to 1.
Easy.
Okay? Yeah. Very few things in life are like this, but what I was lucky enough to spend my life in is like this. And so I've built a lot of my success off finding these truly gifted people and not settling for B and C players, but really going for the A players. And I found something. I found that when you get enough A players together, when you go through the incredible work to find 5 of these A players, they really like working with each other because they've never had a chance to do that before. And they don't want to work with B and C players, and so it becomes self-policing, and they only want to hire more A players. And so you build up these pockets of A players, and it propagates. And that's what the Mac team was like. They were all A players. And these were extraordinarily talented people. So,
but there are also people who now say that they don't have the energy anymore to work for you.
Sure. Oh, I think if you talk to a lot of people on the Mac team, they will tell you it was the hardest they've ever worked in their life. Some of them will tell you it was the happiest they've ever been in their life. But I think all of them will tell you that it is certainly one of the most intense and cherished experiences they will ever have in their life.
Yeah, they did.
So it's some of those things you are not sustainable for
Okay.
some people.
So let's talk about this for a second. Again, how to deal with people that say that's not my job. How to deal with employees that say, Jason, I mean, how often when you were managing the shop, how often would you hear that? I mean, in the store?
More often than I'd like to admit, and it was funny is like it would even come down to things that were actually on the checklist, like that were somebody's job, like the folding of the towels or mopping.
So it's on the checklist, and then this is what I have found. There's this is how people try to get out of doing their work. They go, oh, is that my job? Mm-hmm. Is that my job or is that your job? Then once you clearly point out it is on your checklist to do it, even if it is, then they go, I'm really busy. Could you help me out?
Yeah.
It's ridiculousness. So what I want to do is I want to give everybody some action items. So 1, we got to do that group interview every week. If you haven't heard our shows about the group interview, listen to those shows.
You got to do it.
You got to conduct the group interview every week. Conduct the group interview every week. Jason, when should we do it?
Every single week.
Okay. Why?
Well, because that's one of the biggest pitfalls. Like I'm working with one of my clients right now, and he wants to replace his entire team. He realizes my checklists are awesome, my systems are great, but the people are the problem.
Right?
So
they always are, or they aren't. It's like the people are either the biggest resource or the biggest source of frustration.
Yeah,
it always comes down to people problems.
So I talked to him. I'm like, well, what's your plan? He goes, well, I got to the point where, I asked him, when did you realize you wanted to replace your team? He goes, well, when I got to the point where when I was walking into my own business and I didn't want to be there. Because it's not that I hate my job or what I do. He goes, the people I have are not right for me.
Right.
I can't see the growth that I want to see with the current people because I can't change them. I can coach them, but if they don't, if they're not susceptible to it, then I got to find somebody better. So he's ramped up his group interview, and I want to say he's doing 2 a week now, but he's passionate about finding, and he knows it's going to take time. Like Steve said, you may find, it may take some time to find like 5 of those people, but once you do, they're going to work together in harmony, and it's going to create that atmosphere that you as the entrepreneur will thrive in.
So step 1, listen to our shows on the group interview, but implement that group interview. Get that thing going on.
Don't stop it.
Don't stop. This week we had somebody who said to me, she says, I really, really want to work for you guys. I've wanted to work here. I've watched you guys on Indeed, on Glassdoor, and I've been following you on social media. True story. I've been following you guys. I really want to work there. I mean, really laying it on thick.
Yeah.
And then we scheduled her first day. She's going to put her 2-week notice in at her job. Mm-hmm. And then she decided to send in a text that she doesn't want to come work here.
Oh.
And that's fine because we have a pool of cool candidates to pull from.
It's true.
So now action item number 2. Action item number 2, rank and yank your employees. Now this sounds rough, but that is the key to good sandpaper and the key to running a good business. You got to have some roughness in there, okay? So Jack Welch talks about how you want to take out a sheet of paper and you want to rank all of your employees. So you put the top 20%. Those are A players. The A players are the top 20%. Jason, what percentage of your people are A players?
Percentage of my people, like the staff or like coaching clients?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The top 20% is that number.
Right.
You have 10 employees.
Oh, I see.
You got to have the top 20%.
Yes.
Don't do this crap where you say that everybody on your team is an A player.
They're all special in their own way, Clay.
Get out of here. It's not possible. Okay, so top 20%. All right. And how do you know? These people get to work early. Mm-hmm. They stay late. They always do more than you ask them to do.
Right.
They love their jobs. They're into it. They're fired up.
Right.
They love it. Now, the B players. Oh, the B players. And you got to have a lot of B players. You just have to have B players to make a company run. Now, the B player, this is a curious individual. They're valuable in the company, but they get to work right on time.
Yeah. They'll do the job, but that's about it.
They get there right on time. They leave right on time. Right at 5, they're out.
Yep.
They're always there right at 9. They don't really like to move up. They don't like when you change things. They really hate when you change things.
Oh, yeah.
If you roll out a new price increase or a new package, how do they handle it?
So, I'll tell you what, I've been working here for the past 10 years, and the prices have been the same. And, when you do it, if you raise the prices, we're gonna lose people. And if we change the systems, that's not how we used to do it back in my day.
Like if you give them a book to read, you say, hey, if you want to get promoted there, Mr. B player, all you got to do is read this book and implement it. They kind of go, am I going to get paid for that?
Yeah.
That's the universal sign. Are you a B player? Mm-hmm. Am I going to get paid for that?
Yes.
Then they'll say stuff like, I remember this true story for Elephant in the Room. We had a person, I won't mention their gender or anything specific, but they wanted to be a manager. I said, okay, cool. You realize you currently cut hair, yeah? Well, if you're a manager, your base pay is going to be less because you don't have tips like you have now.
True.
So if you're going to make money as a manager, you're going to have to become a master of selling memberships.
Right.
And when you sell a membership, I think you get like, what's the commission right now?
Right now it is 10, 15, and 23.
And to give some context to listeners, their first haircut at Elephant in the Room is $1. And if you're happy, we hope you are. If you're wowed, then we try to share with you about the membership options. And then if the person at the front desk, the manager or assistant manager, sells a membership, they get a commission. Mm-hmm. So I clearly pointed out to this person, I think you know who I'm talking about, that if you're a manager, you've got to be able to sell memberships to make a raise. Mm-hmm. And you get paid for every objective Google review you gather. You get paid for every objective video review you gather. You get paid for your memberships, but you've got to be good at sales because otherwise you're taking a pay cut.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know. I want to do it. I feel like I need to be a manager. And let me tell you what they did. They moved into that management position. Day one, didn't sell a membership. Went like 0 for 5, 0 for 4. I called the person up. I said, hey, if you booked those 4, you would have made about $65.
Yeah.
But you didn't book those 4, so you didn't get that. So you're just getting your base pay. And I want to make sure you're clear. You also are not. You didn't get any reviews, so you didn't make a lot of. You made a far less today than you would have made cutting hair.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel called to be a manager. This goes on day 2, day 3, day 4, and I finally day 5. I said, hey, look, you cannot be selling 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
The quota is what, Jason?
It's 55%. So not only is your pay dictated by how much you're able to sell, but that's in your job description. Like if you're not breaking even, that's bad for us. And that's your core job is to sell those memberships.
Now, the first haircut's $1, and we donate that $1 to compassion.com, which provides food and shelter and education for kids in need in third world countries.
Right.
So we don't even make $1 on the first haircut.
No.
It costs us about $22 to $23 to do the haircut. And you say, how does it cost $23 for a first haircut? Well, I mean, the person who works the front desk is getting paid.
Yep.
The person cutting their hair is getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
The lights are on.
True.
That costs money. Mm-hmm. Music's on, the lights on, the sound, paraffin hand dip, the whole experience. So it does cost money. And so this person, I said, hey, person, you're like an A player cutting hair. Mm-hmm. You really are. But you do a great job cutting hair, but you're going to have to get better at sales or we're going to have to move on. Oh, they got pissed.
Yeah.
And why can't people usually go back to a position after they've been promoted? Why, after someone's been promoted to the next level and they clearly can't do it at the next level, why is it almost impossible for someone to go back down to the ranking, to the position they used to have?
Well, it's a two-part answer. In any good business, if you were to promote somebody out of a role and that role that they were previously in needs to have somebody in that role, you would then fill that with the next best option. So 2 people are getting a promotion. So now you can't go back to that job because somebody else who has proven themselves to be worthy of it has it. So now you have to go back to another role. And that's where answer number 2 comes in. It's like it's like a pride thing.
Yes.
I went up and then I have proven that I could not do what I said that I could do. So now I come back and it's almost like a walk of shame. You walk back in and it's just like, oh, it's like when your friend says, oh, I can dunk. I can hit that dunk. Raise the goal a little bit. And then they go and then they miss and then they turn around. And it's like a sulking, solemn walk back. Like, oh, you said you could do it, Carl, but you can't.
Now, okay, so let's talk about this again. So the top 20%, do you need to motivate these people? No. You simply give them merit-based pay where they can earn more if they do more, and these homies will get to work early, they'll stay late, and they will make money.
Oh, they'll find the motivation themselves.
They're motivated. That's that top 20%.
Yeah.
Get out a piece of paper right now. If you own a company, get out a piece of paper right now. Get out a piece of paper, but I'm driving. Okay. When you get back to the office, get out a piece of paper. I like to use an app. Fine, use an app. I don't care. Here's what you need to do. Rank your 10 employees. The top 20% are the
A players.
A players. The middle 70%, that's the B players. Now, work with me. B players, these homeboys and homegirls, they need to be motivated and they need to feel as if they truly belong.
Right.
So, Jason, those of you who listen to this show have gotten familiar with your voice. And we've talked about like the things you're doing well on the show and how to get better. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
But when I give you feedback, I never have to worry that you're going to go, but why? But why? But the B player, you tell a B player, you go to a B player and say, hey, B player, you were on that podcast last week, and you're too quiet. I need you to, get closer to the mic.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? You don't even acknowledge all the good things I do. Okay, when we make a list of all the good things you do,
right.
A players don't need to be acknowledged. They just want to be financially compensated when they win.
Right.
So, again, A players, very different from B players. B players, oh, man, they need that motivation.
True.
They need that motivational event. They got to have you got to bring in lunch for these people. You got to cater some food. You got to, you got to recognize how long they've been there. B players get super pissed if you don't know how long they've worked there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they love that. They'll go, Clay, I really love working here, they'll say. And I'll say, oh, that's great. That's great. And they'll say, do you know how long I've been here? And I go, no, I don't. And they go, I've been here like 9 months. God.
Wow.
You didn't even acknowledge me. I go, well, the cool thing is I don't even know how long I've been here.
I was about to say that. Like you have asked me a couple times over the past few weeks on the podcast, like, how long have you been here? I could not tell you. I say somewhere between 2.5 and 3 years. I
feel like it's 3 years.
That seems. It seems right.
It's something we should say. Let's just say moving forward that we're trending 3 years.
Yeah.
But we don't think about it.
No.
Because we're A players, but B players, man, they want to, and it's like their birthday. hey, guys, this is a B. Let me get into my inner B player. This is a B player. Jason, it's my birthday today. Did you know that? Jason, you're my manager. Do you know it's my birthday today?
I've had employees blow up, like not talk to me for hours.
Dude, it's my birthday all day. All day, it's my birthday.
Oh, it's so good.
And again, I'm not saying they all talk like this, but this is just kind of how this is just me impersonating the B player. I'll get a channel my inner B player. Jason, did you know it's my birthday today?
Oh no, I totally didn't realize.
Oh my gosh! It's just, how long have I worked for you?
How long have you worked for me?
You don't even know that. Yeah. And then they just stay in that doom loop because that's a B player. But a B player needs to be motivated. They need to feel like they truly belong.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose the vast majority of your middle 70.
True.
You want to improve them.
Yeah.
All right. Now a C player, now that we all know what a C player is, but somebody out there has been to too much public school. You've been watching too much NPR. Your head has been in your ass for so long that you've forgotten what is up and what is down. This is the bottom 10%. Now let me, there's no sugarcoating. These homies gotta go.
Yes.
This is the bottom 10%. Now let me tell you about these people. These people always miss deadlines.
Yep.
They always miss a deadline.
Never on time.
Never on time. And they always have a personal problem.
Yeah.
Every time you talk to them, it's like it's depressing building rapport with them.
Yeah. Whether you ask them, how are you doing today? Or if you ask them about so the two areas where I always ran into the personal problems coming into it is just simply asking them how they are when they walk through the door, or when you have to give them constructive feedback.
Just fine.
Yeah. She's like, hey, Clay, I realize you have been late this week, so I am going to work with you on nailing down that schedule and making sure that if you need an accountability buddy, I'll call you 30 minutes before you have to be here just to make sure that you're on your way.
They always have an addiction.
Yeah.
They always have a personal problem.
Yeah, like, you don't understand. I was late because my baby daddy was over and we got in a fight and it ended at like 4, so I had no sleep. And you're like, what?
And they get emotional about stuff, like when Trump got elected or when Obama gets elected.
And they want to take the day off because of it.
Trump got elected. Or the Obama got. And I remember it's been a while since Obama was in office, but I've seen people do it on the other side too. Yeah. Obama, he's in office. It's going to end the world. I got to take. I mean, you see that they're always affected by the weather. The weather's a big thing for C players,
right? Which is hilarious. What was it?
Bad hair day.
Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday's when we got all that snow and ice out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
I walked in and I thought, oh man, it's probably going to be like a ghost town. Everybody was here.
Yes. All of our people got here because we have an office environment now where I'd say we've created a team where we probably have 95% A players.
Yeah.
But if this is the first time going through this exercise, you got to be honest with yourself here. You got to realize that Jack Welch was correct when he was running GE. He grew GE by 4,000%, homeboys, homegirls, listeners. He grew, think about this. He grew GE by 4,000%. And you know how he did it? Differentiation. This is his system. It's called differentiation. Differentiation. Just get out a spreadsheet and rank your employees. Top 20%, middle 70%. And that bottom 10%, you need to walk up to them right now. You're walking up to them, and you say, this is what you say. You say, hey, can we talk for a second? Yeah, sure. Here's the deal. You're late a lot, and you debate a lot when you have work that you're supposed to do. And so what I need to do with you is I need to get to a place to where you're not late a lot, where you show up on time. And so because of that, I'm giving you a warning here. I'm just letting you know that moving forward, you will not work here anymore if this continues. So you've got to stop immediately being late, and you have to stop always having a debate when you are told what to do. And if you do not stop, I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to have to let you go. And when I let you go, I'm sorry I have to let you go, but I have to let you go. You're just going to have to let you go.
Easy as that.
And that's how it works. But if you try to mold a C player, because you want to mold them into the person they can be.
Yep.
If you want to fix them, how's that going to go? How's it going to go, Jason? How's it going to go?
It's not going to go great. Like I heard Zellner say on one of the podcasts I was shadowing, and I love using this because I use it with all of my clients who have difficult employees. He said people change seldom. And it's not your job to change somebody. It's your job to give them the tools and give them the structure that you would like for them to adhere to for your company, but it's not your job to make the perfect employee. Now, it's good to mentor people, but that only goes so far.
And I know we have a lot of pastors that listen to this show secretly. And when the pastors listen to this show, a lot of times they say, yeah, but I'm in ministry. It doesn't matter. Yeah. The top churches rank and yank people too. If the praise and worship leader is terrible and everybody knows they're terrible, and you keep them there. I say terrible. They're either bad, just bad at performing, or they can't be on time, or they miss rehearsals. Who are you hurting if you keep a bad praise and worship guy on your team?
You're hurting your entire congregation and your entire church.
And I'm sure, and you're not a Christian guy, but you've been to some church.
I've been to quite a bit.
And when you've gone to church, have you seen the unfortunate praise and worship leader?
Oh
no.
I probably go to church maybe once or twice a year, depending on who is in my direct network, because I have friends and family who enjoy that, and that's fine. But the only church that I've been to that I have enjoyed going to was Life. And I remember thinking, this popular place, it's going to be all like, I pictured it being like Tony Robbins at first.
Yeah.
Just because I had never been. But when I went, I saw their stage production. Their praise and worship leaders were on fire. And then Craig was not boring. And then immediately after that, I hate to name drop, but I went to, I won't say the name because it's too close. It's a South Tulsa, kind of bigger church, kind of elevated. Okay, I went there, beautiful building, awful service. It was like a funeral. And it's been like that with everybody else. But so I've definitely experienced the worst and the best, in my opinion, when it comes to praise and worship, and it makes a difference.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue up what I believe to be excellent praise and worship, and I'm gonna play bad praise and worship, and maybe we can just kind of go through and figure out what is it that is excellent and what is it that is not excellent. Because I think sometimes people are good people, and we don't want to judge. But the whole congregation knows who's good and who's not. I mean, the whole congregation knows.
Right.
So this is bad praise and worship. Let me cue this up here. And if this is you in this audio, I apologize that this is you. Let me cue this up real quick. Here we go. Let me cue it up.
Okay, good morning, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Bad praise and worship.
Hey, well, good morning, church. Welcome to the house. We're glad that you're here. My name is Judas, but you guys can call me Traitor. I'm kidding. That's a Bible joke.
All right, church, we're going to sing a new song. You already know the lyrics. It's Jesus, 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 12 times. Let's go.
You can experience worship in any way.
Come on, everybody, clap your hands.
Na, 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 na.
Hey, this isn't an MTV music video, but I'm telling you, with this guy right here, it sure feels like it.
Okay, that's bad praise and worship. No, this is good praise and worship, okay? This is...
Is there anybody love the God that we serve? Yes. He's been kind to us. He's been wonderful to us. We just love him with all of our heart, all of our mind.
This is Kanye West's Sunday Service Choir.
Hallelujah, salvation and glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. For the Lord our God is mighty. Yes, the Lord our God is omnipotent. The Lord our God, He is wonderful.
Let's lift it up to him and sing it. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Salvation.
Salvation and glory.
Give him honor and power.
Honor and power unto the Lord our God.
They're all on key.
Yeah.
They all have a plan.
Yep.
They're all in unison. Now, here is another bad audio performance. And, Jason, maybe you can break down what makes this bad. I'm going to cue it up. Here we go. Get ready, Jason.
I used to think that I could not go on.
Is this Carl Lewis?
This is William Hung. Oh, right. His performance of I Believe I Can Fly. What makes this so not great?
There is a pitch problem.
What? I can't hear it. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, listen. This is what people are saying, though. This is what some churches are saying. Yeah, but that's somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. Mm-hmm. He's a good guy.
He needs this job.
This is his job. And you go, yeah, but it's clearly bad.
Yeah.
But he needs this job. Like, Carl can't make a good sandwich.
No.
Yeah, but he needs this job. You say, Trevor cannot sell anything. Yeah, but he needs this position.
Right.
You're mean to even question. How could you possibly suggest we should fire this guy? He's putting his heart into it. No, and you're going, no, seriously. This guy is a terrible manager. Nobody respects him. Everybody's late. He's always late. Nothing ever gets done. He's a bad accountant.
Yeah, but he's been here for 10 years.
This guy's a bad account manager. He never calls his clients back. Yeah, but he's the son of the owner. Oh, that's a good one. The son of the owner. Look, this guy can't this guy couldn't manage, a lemonade stand here, this guy. Yeah, but he's the owner's son. Yeah, this person is clearly a terrible performer. Yes, but it's the pastor's daughter. Have you seen this before?
Oh, absolutely.
What happens when you protect a C player?
When you protect a C player, you start to lose the respect of your B players are immediately out. But it also starts to affect how much work your A players want to do for you, because they work with you well because you provide that environment that they want to thrive in.
And it becomes a big joke.
Exactly.
Because everyone's going, this guy's not good. And everybody knows he's not good.
Yep.
Except for who? This guy.
Yeah.
And the person protecting him. And I think Jason, let's talk about some of our clients who have held on to bad employees too long. Don't give us a specific name of the company, but just give us an industry where you've seen somebody holding on to someone who is terrible, and they couldn't grow until they were able to cleanse the colon and fire the C player.
Contractors, whether it be electricians,
Yes.
roofers, plumbers,
Yes.
remodelers.
Yes.
Everybody in that industry has somebody, and typically it's he's my sales guy is my brother-in-law's nephew, so
Right.
I don't want to ruin that relationship, or he's my father-in-law's son. So
You don't want to ruin that relationship, but you want to ruin the relationship with every one of your customers.
Exactly.
So all your customers get hurt, and your profit gets hurt.
Yep.
The ears of people get hurt.
Yep.
Now let's go back here to Mr. Kanye and listen to this. I mean, the reason why I knew when Kanye was building his Sunday service choir, the reason why I knew it would be excellent is because he won't put up with anything unless it's excellent.
That's true.
I mean, he just will not. He's not going to. So I want you guys to listen to this and tell me what makes this excellent. It's just a night and day difference.
Yeah, they can hold a rhythm without the drummer coming in for anything other than like, a big like percussive like one hit. They're on key so much it sounds like they're fake.
It's and there's just a night and day difference between A and C players. I try to give everybody some audio examples to try to make it hopefully an analogy we can all relate to. But again, homework for you. Step 1, conduct the group interview every week.
Right.
Step 2, rank and yank. Determine who's the A players, the top 20%. B players. Who are the B players? Who are the C players? Try to coach those B players up to become A players.
Yeah.
But the C players, they will resent you. They will get mad at you. They will yawn in meetings.
True.
Yeah, they will always yawn in meetings. They will always oversleep.
Mm-hmm.
They always come into work looking like death warmed over. I mean, they're warmed up. They're just bad.
Yeah.
And you got to get them out of there because they're killing your customers. They're killing your profits. You just got to get rid of those C players. And that, my friends, is how you deal with employees that say, that's not my job. But if you're out there today and you're saying, you know what, Claytron Menendez, I need to take my life to the next level. Well, quit being on the outside of the conversation and book your attendance at our next in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. It is the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshop. You can find out more about it today by going to thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com, and click on the conferences button. And when you click there, you can see over 1,000 video testimonials from great people who've attended the conference. And I know it will change your life. And Jason, are you prepared to end the show with a boom?
Always.
Because in just a moment, we're going to get on the phone with a guy here who is here's what he does. Sheetrock installation.
Nice.
And he wants to become a client. We might just have an opening this month. Maybe not. We'll see. But I'm excited to talk to him.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So here we go. Without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom. Stop what you're doing and think about this for a second. What would happen if your company was suddenly able to generate exponentially more quality sales leads? That would be incredible. What would happen if your company came up at the top or near the top of the Google search engine results? Well, I would just feel overwhelmed with all that business. How many thousands of dollars in lost sales or millions of dollars in lost sales are you missing out on simply because your potential customers can't find you when they go online to search for the products and services that you offer? I refuse to think that thought because I don't want any more business. Unless you are a dirty communist that hates money, my new book, Search Engine Domination, will help you grow your business. In my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate the search engine results. What do you mean by dominate? You see, in my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate search engine results. Download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com. I repeat, that's thebestseobook.com.
My name is Amy Baltimore, and I am a CPA in Covington, Tennessee. I've been working with the Thrive team now for about a year. One of the first things that they did was to update my website and my search engine optimization. I prior had a website, but I was not being found on Google, and all of my new business was coming through referrals from friends, family, etc. And right away, I started to see results. People were calling and coming in saying that they found me on Google. They just Googled CPA near me, and there I was at the top of the page. And so it's been a great help to my business.
Again, you can download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com.
Hey, this is Dustin Huff. I'm with Keystone Harbor Marina. We joined Thrive back in January and have been working with these guys for about 7 months. During that time period, we have moved up our Google rank through reviews and SEO processes that we've compiled through these guys. Our leads have gone from about 4 a week to now 165 a week. So the process works. I will tell you from experience, once you begin, you have to stay with it. As long as you continually do this week in and week out, month in and month out, you'll continually grow.
The system works, but nothing works unless you do. You've got to take some action. Download the ebook for free today at thebestseobook.com.
Hello, my name is Daniel with Daniel's Heating and Air here in Amarillo, Texas. The way Google has affected my business, we have got a lot of calls from Google. Right now it's July and we've had the best month ever. And it took us about 8 to 10 months to get on top of Google, and I'm glad we did.
Remember, nothing works unless you do. You have to go to thebestseobook.com today. Download the ebook for free. Just download that ebook for free, and you'll be off to the races.
Hi, my name is Christina Nemes. I'm the owner and operator of Angel's Touch Auto Body and Detailing in Bourne, Massachusetts. We have been working with Thrive and their coaching for, say, 8 to 9 months, and it took us about 6 months, 5 to 6 months to get on the top of Google, and with their help with the website and marketing, and the SEO and retargeting ads with Google, and it has been phenomenal. We just have light and day business coming in, phone calls coming in, walk-ins, referrals. It's just through the roof, and we couldn't be happier. At the moment, we are up 50% this year from the previous year, and not only is that part of our own hard work and diligence, but also with the help of Thrive and what they've done for us and getting us on the top of Google and, you know, all their knowledge and coaching. And yeah, so super grateful, super pumped to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs 10:4. I'm here to tell you, you can do it if you can just motivate yourself. 12 the masses had to cut off a few, so on the daily you and I could rendezvous. A misshapen tree that I had to prune. I had to make cuts to be here daily at noon. So like a tidal wave of knowledge monsoon, I could rain on the parades of those of doubt in you. Are you the next Rockefeller or the next guru, or the next Dr. King who's changing the rules? Walls are in your way, will you run right through? Like a running back, fourth the one, it's up to you. I remember my days back in the dorm room, tuned to the gloom like the temple of doom, overwhelmed with the doubts that try to consume my hope for the future that I could pursue. But from the mountaintop now I can conclude that you have what it takes if you want the view to.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time. It's your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
This moment is profound cause you're above the ground. Your road might have been rough, but what you got now is now. We're here to pick you up and to even show you how, but you gotta be resourceful with that old plow. Started from the bottom, but I worked my way up, cause by 4 a.m. I've always been prayed up. Rise and grind, now's your time, don't dare let up. You gotta get it, don't quit it till your seeds grow up.
This is your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find.
Yes.
Today is your day,
Somebody say,
and now is your time.
it's your time.
It's your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
It's your time. We all have a wish and we all want to win, but we cannot begin without self-discipline. If you fall on your face, get yourself up again. Attach yourself to goals, not fail with the friends. When the storms get rough and they scatter and leave, you only be there with yourself and what you believe. We believe in you, but not as much as God does. If you're going through hell, He's got nothing but love. Apply what you learn, increase what you earn, and in due time you have money to burn.
Apply what you've learned, increase what you burn, and in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned, increase what you burn, in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned,
Sing it.
increase what you burn.
Yes.
In due time you got money to
With
to
this biblical
burn.
miracle, I look to shout down the doubters. Kill the weeds that be killing your dream flowers. Empower you to devour all the obstacles that make your sweet dreams sour. As for me, I used to stutter, But now I'm on the microphone, smooth like butter. If I can do it, I know you can too. But you must stick to it like postage do. And while Merton's on the chorus, singing what he sings, I encourage you to dream big dreams.
Today is your day.
Today's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
This is your year to thrive.
Sing it, sing it.
Success you will find. Today is your day.
It's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
Today is your day.
Come on.
And now is your time.
Sing it, Merton.
Today is your day. Now is your time.
I realize I can't sing like that, but I can talk and play the woodblock. Okay. If you guys need me, I'll just be over here.